Yeah, it is bars. It is time, people. Yes, we are back. We're back. We're back. It is time for another Nintendo Direct. Honestly, I didn't think that they would do one more before the year was up. I know that my eyes look all puffy. I look like I don't have makeup on. It's like super early, everybody. So like, I'm still like, I'm exhausted. I just came back from upstate New York from a YouTube event. Maybe I'll do a separate stream to talk more about that. But it is time for Nintendo Direct. We're all up bright and early. I can't scream into the microphone right now. Like, I don't have it in me. But I want to welcome the people from the chat. Valatigro. Zay, welcome to the chat. Z Starburst. I like that, actually. And the rest of you that are funneling in, we're here to talk about the Nintendo Direct. What do they think? What do you guys think they have ready for winter time? I think that now they're going to start talking about things that are coming in the future. I don't think that they'll announce a new console in this one. There has been word that the Switch 2 it has been out and you know being tested amongst developers and things like that, especially at the recent Gamescom convention. So I think a lot of these games that we will see in this winter Direct are probably going to port over to that new console, but I'm not going to make assumptions. But the Switch 2 definitely exists. Like, that thing is out there, and I'm sure game developers are already playing around with it. But outside of that, I wanted to build a list like I normally do. Oof, my voice is all fried. All right, hold on. I got to move myself here. It's morning shenanigans, people. I got to make sure I have everything set up. All right, so and let's have this lovely like jukebox of music in the background there. Okay, so I have like a little bit of a list. I did this last time for the last Nintendo Direct, and I put a section where it's things that I think are gonna be shown, things that I want to be shown, and things that the chat are expecting. So first of all, I believe there's a new Donkey Kong in the works, or as there's been leaks out there. Let's just put it that way. And I'm not gonna spoil too much. Like, I haven't looked too much into the leaks because honestly, like, I don't know, leaks are boring, man. I want to be surprised. I want to sit here, watch the Direct, and be like, oh my god, it's this thing. So I know there's been a lot of talks about leaks over the last few days. The only thing that I really know of is a new Mario versus Donkey Kong, or Donkey Kong's gonna be there in some form or fashion. Even if I didn't know that, I probably would have put Donkey Kong there anyway, because I do think he's overdue for any type of title. And seeing that they're going to start doing more promotional stuff for Donkey Kong in the near future, like at Nintendo World and the movies, probably a spin-off, that type of stuff. Those things haven't been confirmed yet, except the Donkey Kong thing at the park. But aside from that, there's definitely something ramping up for DK. So I do think that there's going to be a new game. I believe that leak. But I also think there's going to be a Splatoon 3 DLC in some form. We did get that announced a long time ago. That must have been 2 directs ago. So I'm sure there has to be news on whatever DLC they're working on for Splatoon 3. Donkey Kong RPG would go crazy. You know, I believe that. I would love a Donkey Kong RPG. Can you imagine in the same vein as Mario and Luigi and as Donkey Kong and Diddy? Oh, we need a story-based Donkey Kong game. I'm tired of Donkey Kong getting his bananas stolen. Even though that hasn't really been the issue in the last game. Tropical Freeze, it was just a hostile takeover by some tribe. But still, I'm tired of the bananas in distress formula. Come on, let's get something good, you know? Like, let's get an RPG. I mean, honestly, if it's an RPG about bananas being in distress, then I wouldn't mind that either. Darth Brando, welcome to the stream. It's gonna be Donkey King. I know that's a typo, but I love that too. Donkey King, but I'm hoping for Metroid Prime 4. We haven't heard from Metroid Prime 4 in a very, very long time. So I'd love to see anything Metroid Prime. Even if it's actually a Metroid Dread 2, for lack of a better name, like a sequel to Metroid Dread or something of that nature. I know that same team, Mercury Stream, I believe is their name. Something similar to that. They're hard at work at another game. And I'm not sure if Nintendo got them on board for another Metroid or for something else. But I'm sure that their hands are tied with something right now. So it could be another Dread. I think they could pop out 2 Dreads before there was a Metroid Prime 4. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Splatoon 3 DLC. I definitely think we're going to get some news on that. We're going to see Pokemon in some form or fashion. Speaking of DLC, the Scarlet and Violet DLC dropped. I'm not ready to play that as of yet. Maybe that's something I'll save for the holiday times, keep to tradition, because on my channel normally I start streaming Pokemon games like during Thanksgiving and Christmas for some reason. That's just me. But so I'll definitely go ahead and check out those DLCs at a later point in time. But we might hear more about that or Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there as like a side thing for Pokemon. Super Mario RPG news. I don't know what more there is to say about that game, but there's probably going to be a trailer for it. I stuck it up there. I don't know if there's going to be any surprises there. But in the same vein of Mario, I am expecting more news on that Princess Peach game, which I took a guess that was going to be a launch title for the Switch 2. But I don't think that they're going to announce the Switch 2 at this Direct. I think that they're going to show more about that Princess Peach game, and it's going to be cross-platform. So it's going to be backwards compatible for Switch 2, and then you're going to have a Switch release with this game as one of the launch titles. I personally think that's going to be the case, but we'll see if there's more news on that. So they're going to show more, but they're not going to directly tell you that it's for the Switch 2. That's my guess for Princess Peach. Tears of the Kingdom update. So they said that there's not going to be any DLC, and I half believe that, but I do think that they're going to drop like some DLC with some more gear and things like that, or maybe like crossover stuff. I'm pretty sure that their quote was mainly surrounding the idea that there's not going to be any major DLC, as in like new storylines and things like that for Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm going to stick that there just in case. I do think that there's going to be some kind of an update. Maybe they'll stick a bike in it like last time, you know? So something of that nature. And then of course, I don't know if the booster course is complete. Let me check on that. Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is killing it, man. I don't think there's going to be a Mario Kart 9, but how many waves of booster courses are there? Has anyone started playing those? Like, do you guys like those courses so far? It's been a while since I played like some good old Mario Kart, and I probably need to upgrade this. Okay, so we have wave 1 out, wave 2 is out, wave 3 is out, wave 4, wave 5. So I think there's 6 of them, correct? So this means that there might be one more wave. Or did they say how many? Oh yeah, 6 waves in 8 courses until the end of 2023. So we're definitely going to get wave 6 in this Direct, because otherwise I don't think there's going to be another Direct before January or February of next year. So I love the courses. Well, I really need to get back into this. The reason I dropped Mario Kart 8 is because the one with all of my save data on it, my Switch got stolen, and it had all of that save data on it, like, and this was years ago. I have like a brand new Switch I've had longer than I had the first one. So yeah, I had all that save data, and I never went back and I never played it because I unlocked all the bikes, I unlocked all the parts, and I didn't get a chance to really dive into this booster course stuff. So I'll definitely get into these courses because it looks like there is a lot to work with here, and I'm glad they did this. Essentially, this booster course serves as Mario Kart 9. Even though they're redoing a lot of things, I see some new stuff. So there's like a new course in every booster course, except the first one. Oh no, look, Ninja Hideaway, Sky High Sundae, Merry Mountain, Yoshi's Island, and Squeaky Clean Sprint. So yeah, there's some brand new courses there, 100%. So I don't know, maybe I'll start doing this in the future. But if you have Switch Online and expansion pack, I think you get it free. Yeah, the cost has never been justified for me, but now that they're starting to drop some Game Boy Advance games, I'm probably more into the Nintendo Online expansion pack because they have some good stuff on there, man. What did I want to replay recently? Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I want to get back into that stuff. Especially because I'm covering a lot of like Zelda stuff. By the way, I have a new Zelda video dropping this weekend. Sorry if my speech is a little slow today because I'm still waking up. So, and I haven't had caffeine yet. Okay, continuing down this list. I'm expecting some Pikmin 4 updates as well. I put DLC there, but I'm gonna put updates instead. Pikmin 4 updates. Anyone playing Pikmin out there? Like, I really enjoyed this game. I think it's one of the best in the series. Though I do remember Pikmin 3, like me having more fond memories of Pikmin 3. I think Pikmin 3 I remember being a little bit more challenging, but Pikmin 4 was just all around fun. I love the new side quests and all those things. Just something about like exploring like this uncharted planet. I always love that type of vibe. Speaking of uncharted planets, I really want a Xenoblade Chronicles export for the Switch. Since that team is not really doing anything right now, or maybe they are, maybe they're working on Xenoblade Chronicles 4. But I'd really love Monolith Soft. Oh, and they're done with Tears of the Kingdom too. They were helping with that, and so like all the games that they were helping out with at Nintendo seem to be complete at this point. So unless they're working on new IPs, I would love to see a Xenoblade Chronicles export. If you guys have not played that, it originally came out for the Wii U, and it was very different from other Xenoblades because it had a separate type of story, even though like all 3 Xenoblades are a separate story. But this is like a separate story removed from what you know about like the lore of that one. And it's a bunch of people leaving Earth and going to a distant planet to see if it's hospitable and habitable. So they go in there and you have to like scout out this massive map, and you have to go explore areas and regions and see like what's going on this planet. But also like the ship has this open up city called New Los Angeles, and it looks exactly like LA, like, and you get to have mechs and you get to fly and you get to run around it. It's amazing. This game is great. So you have to like, I'm hoping that they have a port for that, because I'd love to replay that. Japan has trailers play for the entrance. I'm trying to make sense of what you just said, but I'm totally missing that. Maybe explain it again. Sorry, Enoch. Super Donkey Kong Galaxy. Lucas Luxon says Super Donkey Kong Galaxy. I don't know, maybe reworking a 3D DK formula would work too. We haven't had a 3D DK since Donkey Kong 64. So Chess King, as you mentioned, Donkey Kong 64 sequel, maybe DK needs another foray into 3D space. And I know this time around they would pick the right team to do it. Not to say that Donkey Kong 64 was bad, but you know, there's solid critiques for that game. And it was by Rare, so you can't get that team to come back unless they did like some type of partnership with Microsoft. But yeah, I would definitely love to see Donkey Kong in a 3D space again, and maybe simplify it. Maybe with just 2 or 3 characters instead of the 5 that we got in the original. It was 5, right? Yes, it was 5. Okay. So yeah, as far as wants, I would love a new Animal Crossing. We haven't heard from an Animal Crossing team in a long time. I'm pretty sure they abandoned that. Everybody abandoned their islands by now. I don't know. Like, I would love to see something of that nature. The Nintendo Japan Direct plays some ads before the main presentations. Wonder why the others don't. Oh yeah, I don't understand that either. Can I get? Do I have access to that? Let's see. Is this it? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, but they're doing ads for games that already exist. So I don't think there's any news here per se. This is just basically advertising Pikmin 4 right now. But it would be a nice little thing to have in front of the actual direct stream, which I have up available right here, by the way. So I know exactly when it starts. How much time do we have? Got about 15 minutes. Okay, cool. So yeah, I can keep going through my list, and then I'll go through like what everyone else is thinking. Maybe I can find like a bingo card or something to use. But essentially this works as my bingo card, because I've never gotten a bingo on any cards that I've picked out on stream ever for any of these things. Okay, so new F-Zero, that's something that was leaked as well. So maybe I should put it up there with Think. It just seems too good to be true to me. I don't know when's the last time we saw F-Zero. Was that GameCube? So F-Zero GX, I think it's called. But if there's definitely a new F-Zero, there's going to be a lot of fans out there happy, and I would love to see it do well. But I do think the fact that I think F-Zero is a little overhyped. They would have to make it different than just a racing game. It would have to, like, of course it would have to be a racing game, right? But I think that there needs to be more character-oriented development within that new F-Zero. So hopefully whatever they're working on, if this is true, it's done right. But that's the thing, like I do think that the fact that F-Zero has become a meme has kind of overinflated the audience of who would buy a new F-Zero. But I'm putting it out there. If there's a new F-Zero, I will support it. Even though I'm not 100% interested in F-Zero, I do think that it could do pretty well on the Switch, especially on the Switch 2. I'm gonna start dropping Switch 2 more often, right? Let's talk about Switch 2 a little bit. But yeah, as I mentioned, I think any new game that you see here will be available on the Switch 2. And I think there has to be like at least one big announcement. Now, whether that's the Donkey Kong title or something else, I do think that there's going to be one major game that they're just going to reveal but not talk too much about. And whether that could be the Donkey Kong game, that could be Metroid Prime 4. But whatever that game is, that's definitely also going to be like a launch title for the Switch 2. In my mind, that's what it is. Should I know what F-Zero is? Okay, let's educate everybody on F-Zero real quick. So if you guys know Super Smash Brothers and you know Captain Falcon, his series is called F-Zero, and I believe the original was on the Super Nintendo. Yes. Okay, so this is F-Zero basically. Very simple game. It looks like it's made from the same mechanics that Super Mario Kart was made from. I believe this was after Super Mario Kart. Yes. So yeah, essentially it's just a racing game, right? This is Captain Falcon's ship here, and you're going on this high-speed futuristic Grand Prix. So I think Mario Kart ate up a lot of the audience that F-Zero had, in my opinion. Like if you're doing Super Mario Kart and you have the same mechanics but futuristic and faster, why not go with the characters that make more sense to market this type of game? But yeah, this is the original F-Zero. People like it because it's just extremely fast. It's futuristic. It has a nice vibe to it. So I think it really hit a niche back then. And then of course there was a couple others. There's one for the Game Boy, and I believe there's one for the GameCube as well. I think this is the one that everybody thinks the most fondly of. And this was actually made by Sega, believe it or not. So they were the ones that developed it, or a team at Sega. And this is where we get a little bit more, information on the different characters. Yeah, with Mode 7, you got it, Bacon Thief. Also, Bacon Thief, welcome to the stream. But yeah, so this is pretty much F-Zero, and so it builds on what was established for the Super Nintendo title, and you have these massive, larger maps. It looks a lot faster, and it's pretty much for newer tech. But we haven't seen a proper console release for F-Zero since then. So I'm curious to see if they were to create a new one, would they just go with what this established and just have like little character profiles in between? Because there's a little bit of a story mode here, like somewhat. And I think that's what people enjoy about Captain Falcon the most. Well, these characters are very unique in a sense. Like I think there's a lot of fans of a lot of these characters within F-Zero. So if they had to have a new one, I think they should lean in on these characters and make them a little bit more recognizable. And just build up on a new franchise, or like not a new franchise, but revive an old franchise. Much like Splatoon 3, like it's insanely popular. Splatoon as a whole is insanely popular in the United States and Japan, but more so in Japan. Like it's crazy over there. But yeah, everybody like more or less knows what an Inkling is, and they've established a new IP in what, 10 years? Like how old is Splatoon now? 10 years old? Shit. Am I getting old, or is it? No, 2015. Okay, we're not at 10 years of Splatoon yet, but we're getting there. But I'm actually impressed as how well it's done. And then you had other, IPs that Nintendo has tried, like ARMS, which I don't know if they're gonna plan on following up on that. I thought that their characters were very unique in design, but people didn't like the actual gameplay of ARMS. I do think that they should try it again. They should give ARMS one more try and call it Legs. So ARMS 2, Legs, I have on my list as well as a want. We'll see if that happens. Metroid Prime 4, I have in the pipeline here. Like we know it exists. It's just a matter of when. So I'm gonna keep putting it in the wants section until it actually happens. And then I also put new console here. So Switch 2. I don't know if they would actually call it Switch 2, or they're probably gonna call it Switch Next or something fancy like that. But I don't know if they will announce it in this particular direct. But if they do, it's probably going to be an aside thing. They're probably going to say, we're hard at work at the next Nintendo hardware. So please keep a lookout for that. They're probably going to say something of that nature. But I would love to show it. Like if they actually have something to show, I would love that. But I think that it would have to be its own direct. Switch 2 would be its own direct. The Switch U, right? Oh man. They're gonna drop Super Smash Bros. Melee HD remake this direct. Okay, so I'm gonna put that. Guys, keep giving me your suggestions because I have my own separate section on my list for you, the chat. And as you start to put more games in the chat, I'll stick them in here. We'll see who's right. All right, Super Smash. I can't type. Smash Brothers. I'm still not spelling it right. Okay. Melee. Remake. HD. Switch U. I'm gonna put Switch U there as like a chat request. Silk Song. Hollow Knight Silk Song. You know what's funny? Like, I wonder if the whole thing going on with the Unity engine right now is gonna affect the development of Silk Song. If you guys don't know, Unity is a very, very big platform. Where much like Unreal, like it's an engine where a lot of game developers, especially indie ones, were using it to develop games. And then they came out with a policy recently saying that they're going to start charging at a certain threshold for every install that a developer gets, which is very concerning to a lot of these people because they're wondering if they're just going to gain profit and then, you know, have to owe money, like a ton of money to Unity after. I'm simplifying it a lot, but a lot of game developers are speaking out against this new policy right now. And I don't know how this is going to end. I think people are just going to move platforms. They're probably going to start using Unreal more often and stuff of that nature. So that is going to be some heavy stuff that'll probably affect a lot of the development for indie games that you guys have been following. So keep an eye out for that and see what your developers are saying for those types of games. Hollow Knight, and specifically, I'm not sure how it will affect them. We'll see what goes down. But if we had a Silk Song coming up in the next few months, it's probably not at this point. We'll see. Pokemon Black and White remake. I would love that. Game Freak has their hands full though. I don't know. Like maybe since they're done with all of these Pokemon DLC, they'll have time for Black and White right now. I would love that though. Wasn't Melee what the Sonic game animation video mentioned? Sonic game animation. Did I miss something recently? There is Sonic Frontiers DLC coming out, by the way. Actually, let me play that trailer because I think definitely I want to play this DLC on stream because it sounds short enough for me to actually get done in one stream. And I also want to gush a little bit about Sonic Frontiers like live on stream one day. So Sega put this out recently. There's no gameplay in here, which is a little concerning. But this comes out in a couple of weeks.
There was one so remote and unlikely, I did not consider it. However, it could be the one to save us all. Do you know what happened to the...
So I love the animation here. Just like, I just love this type of art style for Sonic. We should keep using it. Find your fortune.
Sonic handled 4 islands in this mess. I'm not going down to just one.
Every time I interact with cyberspace, I'm getting more corrupted.
Somebody said farm game. I'm gonna put that there. Definitely farm game.
I know it's been rough. Things are confusing. But I need you guys to just follow my lead. No time to lose.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a new story, new playable characters, new challenges. I don't imagine it's gonna be a huge update, but if there's like a totally extra island in Frontiers, I'm all about it. So hopefully like this has substantial gameplay. I will definitely play it on stream regardless. Okay, let me turn this back down a little bit. So somebody said Deltarune Chapter 3 and 5. You guys know I have not touched Deltarune since it dropped. I know there are 2 chapters out, and that, of course, for people who don't know, that's a follow-up for Undertale, like the widely popular indie title by Toby Fox, released in 2017, 2016, somewhere around there. So yeah, someone said Deltarune Chapter 3 and 5. This is totally realistic. Turret bot, I have no idea. I've been following Deltarune. Like, I'm just waiting for it all to be out. How many chapters were they expecting in Deltarune? Is it going to be 5 chapters? Because if this is the whole game, I'll definitely jump in and start playing it at some point. If this is something that you guys would love to see me stream, let me know. I can sit here and just run that all day. I do think he's a very talented developer, so hopefully we get some news from that. Then again, would they announce it at a direct? Maybe. I think everyone's watching it, so it'd probably be the best thing for Toby to do. Beautiful Joe 2. Beautiful. Wasn't there already a Beautiful Joe 2? Let's put Beautiful Joe 3. Am I going crazy? There had to be a Beautiful Joe 2. It was. Okay. 2004. I'm like, I know I'm not going crazy. I love that game though. I'll put Beautiful Joe 3 though. If you mean a new IP, yeah, that'd be cool. I would, yeah, exactly. Let me see. Hang on. Super Smash Brothers Melee HD. I know this wasn't a serious suggestion. I'm just reading your chat. I know it wasn't a serious suggestion, by the way. I'm just sticking whatever you guys put in there into this list, so don't worry about it. Kid Icarus HD port. Kid Icarus Uprising. I definitely would love to see a port of that. I know a lot of people might have missed this game for the 3DS. But man, what a surprise that game was to me. Like, it actually like had really dope mechanics. And if you guys understand, like, it's made by Sakurai, the director of Super Smash Brothers, and I think at some point, like, he had a moment to pop in and work on this Kid Icarus game. So that's where you see like the new, design for Pit and the new design. Well, actually, the new design for Pit and Palutena are basically from Super Smash Brothers Brawl. But they took those designs and made this like incredible experience, and the dialogue is amazing, and the voice acting is amazing, and it's just like, it reminds me of Star Fox in the way that it plays. If you guys are interested in like Star Fox games and those types of shooter types games, it's like a mixture of Star Fox, but also like you can walk around and there's combat, like there's ground combat and there's aerial combat, and you have to like adapt to certain situations, and it can be extremely hard or it could be extremely easy depending on how you want to play it. And the characters are just, super cool. Like, Pit's hilarious. Palutena is actually very hilarious. That's waifu right there. So I'm actually excited to see if they do anything with that series. But let's start with a port. Sakurai is not doing anything right now, so like maybe he could oversee a port. Who knows? Remake of obscure DS game. So we'll put that too. I think I missed one. Shrek Extra Large Remastered. I'll humor you on that one. All right, so we got about 3 minutes till it begins. Just as a heads up, I gotta jump off the moment that this is done. I got a lot of things to do today, unfortunately. So I'll spend maybe like 5 minutes speculating, or maybe we can talk about it on another stream at some point. But yeah, I gotta jump off as soon as the stream is done. But hopefully we get some bangers today. Aside from that, I do got a new video coming out this weekend, and I will talk to you guys about the event that I went to over at in Rochester, New York. Actually, I was invited by YouTube to a retro gaming session, and I think they were considering using one of my videos for a YouTube montage about retro gaming. And this would have been a couple of days ago, so that list is already gone. And I guess they didn't consider my stuff because I don't have 100% reason for it, but they're saying because I don't show my face enough or something of that nature. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna out YouTube. I'm just saying, like, I don't feel offended that they didn't pick it, but it was just nice to be considered anyway. So I got this YouTube gaming bear right here for, like, as a prize, and like these shades that I can wear, and like some really cool stuff overall. Like, it was just nice to see like YouTube staff in person, because I've been doing this my like for the last 4 years almost, and like I've never been reached out to personally by YouTube, so it was good to actually put a face to the name. And I think they're going to be doing a lot of things to ramp up the gaming community again. I did give them my feedback on that. I did say that YouTube had felt like it had more sense of community like a few years ago, like way before I was even a part of YouTube or putting out content. Like there felt like there was this sense of community all the time. Like there was this YouTube Rewind, and you had Markiplier working with PewDiePie, and big names working with other big names. And I think a lot of that was probably like from you know, those third-party studios and all of that. But long story short, I did say that we do need a better sense of community, or I would like to be a part of more events where I can meet other creators like myself, and you know, kind of see where that goes. And they took that into account. I don't know if they're going to do anything about it, but I thought it was cool just to give my feedback regardless. Big Boss coming in with the $1 donation. Thank you, Big Boss. Every stream my guy pops in just to say hello, even though like he doesn't say anything in the chat. He always donates $1. I appreciate you, boss. Thanks for coming through. The direct is now beginning. Let's get started, everybody. Let's get hype. The algorithm has a body. We can kill it. Floppy, welcome to the stream. All right, so I was correct. Let us begin with that Splatoon DLC. We were right about that. I'm definitely hopping back in, man. I love Splatoon as a whole. If you guys have played the Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, you definitely know that this is gonna be fire. Also, why they zooming in on our booty so much? Jesus. Stop with this, the octo butts. Oh, Marina and Pearl are back. Yes. Oct. Oh, so this is a friend of Marina. So I guess it's gonna start off the hook again, which we didn't see in Splatoon 3 at all. So it's nice to see them back. Of course, they needed a little break because, you know, you saw them every day in Splatoon 2, but that's my favorite band out of the three. You have Off the Hook, the Squid Sisters, and I forget the name of the last set. But it has Shiver. I'm drawing a blank. It's way too early right now. Splatoon 3 expansion pass. This should come with 2 types of DLC, I believe. Side order, yes. And I think there was one more.
Hello, everyone.
Maybe not. Deep cut. Thank you, Almighty Lo. Deep cut.
I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. You just saw a new trailer for Wave 2 of the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass DLC.
Oh, we already did get Wave 1. Okay, never mind. So this is the second one.
This brand new story is set in the Spire of Order, where you will strengthen your character's abilities as you ascend the Spire's floors.
Hell
They're
yeah.
developing this single-player DLC so it can be played over and over again. It's planned to release in spring 2024, so please look forward to it.
That's right around the corner.
Okay, let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
And by the way, like Splatoon 3 has Splatoon as a whole.
The toys are back in town.
There you go. It's Mario versus Donkey Kong, but it's the fucking minis again. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Oh, hold on. Let me move
The
myself.
rivalry that heated up on the Game Boy Advance system reignites on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
system.
Mario is back. Are they remaking
With
it?
his eyes on the prize,
Okay, I spoke too soon.
Donkey Kong has stolen all the mini Mario toys from the factory,
This is a remake.
and it's up to Mario to track him down. In each stage, contraptions and other challenges await.
But if we're definitely going back to
Observation and action are
they're
vital
listening.
to
We're
your
definitely going back to the
success.
original gameplay,
Mario
which
needs to
everybody
reach the
enjoyed
key,
more than
but he
the
can't
fucking
quite cross
toys.
the gap. That monkey's tail looks a little suspicious, though, doesn't it?
Are you gonna really
If
explain
Mario
it to
does
me?
This. Now he can get across and safely grab the key. Platform too high? Reach it with a handstand jump or a backflip, like that.
Like that.
Observe and
This might be a
act
new
to
one
collect
because I think
mini
these levels
Marios,
look original.
clear stages, and face Donkey Kong head on.
No, but this looks familiar too.
In this updated version of the game,
Okay,
you can
yeah,
play
it is
with
a remake.
friend in local co-op. However you choose to puzzle your way through, it's up to you to recover the toys. Mario vs. Donkey Kong launches on Nintendo Switch.
All right, so that's in February.
16th. Pre-orders begin today.
I've been wanting a new game like this, like from the original gameplay, and like I'm sure you guys heard me talk about it in the videos.
The prince and the world.
By the way, just to put a cap on the Splatoon conversation, if you haven't tried out the single player modes for those games, definitely play them. They're very well done. It's not just attack on mode.
Tapping into the roots of the Prince of Persia series, this game features 2D, side-scrolling action-adventure
Where are my Prince of Persia fans at, man? It's been a while since they've had a decent game.
Persian-inspired world. But
I know a lot of people were upset with this one, but I like that they're trying something.
Bow techniques, as well as time powers to best these hostile lands. As your journey progresses, Sargon will grow stronger and learn new abilities that expand his arsenal.
The Japanese version will have the e-reader levels.
Boost your abilities, among other perks.
Is that the version of the Direct you're watching right now?
You can equip is limited though, so choose wisely. Use everything at your disposal to navigate this harsh world and defeat the mythical beasts that stand in your way.
This reminds me of a PSP game for some reason, though.
Discover the mysteries of Mount Kaf.
It looks a little choppy, but
The Lost Crown launches on the Nintendo Switch system January 18th.
I always love me some Prince of Persia.
You can receive the in-game Warrior Within outfit by pre-ordering the game from Nintendo eShop. These games will help you chase your passions.
Oh, what is this?
Rev up for true arcade racing in Horizon Chase 2. Speed through stunning
I love
environments,
Horizon Chase
each
2.
with its own dynamic art style while overtaking your rivals on the road.
I'm not gonna do it to him.
Campaign to unlock vehicles, courses, and more. You can also upgrade your vehicle and style it.
So this Direct is supposed to be about 40 minutes, so hopefully we get some good stuff.
For more racing action? Up to 4 speedsters can put the pedal to the metal in couch co-op or online. Go full throttle.
This looks free to play.
Horizon Chase 2.
This better be free to play.
Launching on Nintendo Switch later today.
Today? I gotta call my friends.
Warm up for musical mayhem in this rhythm-based adventure. Time your button presses with the music to solve puzzles.
I'm gonna move myself up a little bit so you guys can see the title.
Over 30 thrilling tracks await, including music from iconic Konami games. Up to 4 friends can battle it out in versus modes or jam together in local or online play.
This better be free.
Super Crazy Rhythm Castle launches on Nintendo Switch November 14th.
Why not
Pre-orders
today?
begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That looks interesting, but probably not something I'd buy. Spy Family!
Anya Forger has a new assignment from school, creating a photo diary.
Spy Anya is what they call this.
Then enjoy family time in the evenings. On days off,
This is a cute
you can
show.
visit all sorts
Very
of
wholesome.
exciting places, like the beach or an art museum, in search of subjects to photograph. How will you spend your time with friends and family? And what kind of photo diary will you help Anya make?
Your Forger, man.
Anya, Operation Memories launches on Nintendo
She's the
Switch
one.
next
But
year.
I have a feeling this will do very well with kids.
Mario's
'Cause it's a very
first
popular
RPG adventure returns.
series right now.
The Super Mario RPG game is back with updated graphics.
Yay!
Let's go over some new and returning gameplay
So
features.
that was correct too.
Time your button presses with action commands to increase damage dealt or decrease damage received.
So they're just gonna explain, or
When you time your attacks
I wonder if there's any new
perfectly,
mechanics
you
here.
can now damage all enemies at once.
Is that new?
Every successful action command will fill this gauge. When it's full, you can unleash the 3-character triple
That
move.
is new. They have new stuff. This is great.
Depending on your current party, the move will change, so experiment with different combos.
Oh, that's awesome. I thought it was a 1-to-1 remake. They're actually doing new battle
During your
mechanics.
adventure, you'll encounter bosses with colorful personalities. After clearing the game, you can fight some of them again.
Oh, that's dope.
But these powered-up bosses aren't gonna be easy.
Hey, we got some end game boss shit. I love that. I'm probably not gonna beat them, but you know, why not?
Set off for adventure with Mario and Friends.
That
when
remix.
Super Mario RPG launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 17th.
Don't worry, Nintendo, we'll be there.
Pre-orders are available now.
We'll be
on
playing.
Nintendo eShop.
Forest Maze, man. What? That takes me back. Oh, big game. Who's
We're
this?
almost there.
Sin and
The
Punishment?
Nintendo DS game Trace Memory returns
Oh, Trace
on the
Memory,
Nintendo
okay.
Switch system as another code to memories. One day, a young girl named Ashley receives a letter from the father she thought had passed away.
I love how the narrator
Seeking
changes
answers,
up.
She sets
Trace
off for
Memory.
the solitary Blood Edward Island. in
Someone said
search
Sin
of
and
him.
Punishment. I'll put it on the list though.
Once there, Ashley encounters puzzles and obstacles that hinder her investigation.
I don't recall this game like ever. Maybe I do like vaguely, but I'm a sucker for games like this. Like puzzle stuff, detective stuff. Ace Attorney, Danganronpa.
See me?
She also meets a mysterious boy. What truths await Ashley in this place?
And no matter how hard I try, I can't remember Dad's face.
Now, how good was the original though? That's the thing. If people vouch for this story, I'll definitely get
The
this.
sequel, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, previously unreleased in North America, is also included.
We're getting a sequel that we didn't get before? That's amazing. Let's
Play
do
both
it.
games to experience
I
the
love
full
things
story.
coming from overseas.
Unravel both adventures, fully enhanced for Nintendo Switch, when Another Code Recollection launches January 19th. Pre-orders
Yo,
begin today
Japanese games
on
are coming
Nintendo
out with a
eShop.
lot of codes lately. They're using the word code a lot.
Another Code Recollection includes 2 games, the Nintendo
I think we're over
DS
the
game
re-craze
Trace
now.
Memory and its Wii sequel, which was never released in North America. Both games are fully enhanced on Nintendo Switch.
That's good news.
Please look forward to playing them early next year. Next, please take a look at this.
There we go, the Peach game. Now, what are they calling it? Super Princess Peach 2?
One day, a loyal toad presented a flyer advertising a show at the Sparkle Theater.
This game looks gorgeous, though.
And some toads went to go see it.
Like,
But
if you
then,
notice, she has a slight redesign.
the Wicked Grape and the Sour Bunch suddenly made their grand entrance and took center stage.
Hey, yo, the Wicked Grape?
Now, it's up to Peach and the theater's guardian Stella to save the play and the day.
Okay, simple plot.
This perfect performance has become a terrible tragedy.
It reminds me of Yoshi's Island, the way they're executing
Peach
this.
can use the power of Stella's ribbon to face off against the Sour Bunch.
Okay, okay.
The ribbon alone won't always cut it, though.
You get
So
it?
Let's do this.
Cut it. I like the design, bro. Oh, she's going Super Saiyan.
Whoa! Peach transformed into Sword Fighter
Oh,
Peach.
people are gonna love that
By
shit.
transforming,
She's gonna have
she
different
used
forms?
fantastic
Oh, people are gonna
show-stopping
eat this
abilities.
up.
Fend off the
Oh,
Sour
no.
Bunch with sensational swordplay.
We're going curvy mode on this? People are gonna eat these
Can
costumes
Peach
up.
save this performance
Oh my god.
and its performers? There are more stolen shows to save. Valuable artifacts from this museum have gone missing. Become Detective Peach.
Detective
Investigate
Peach?
clues
Oh
and
yeah,
track
we
down
definitely have to
who
get
done
this.
it.
Hell yeah, Peach is the waifu now, bruv.
Desserts have been snatched
Where the
from this
artists are
sweets
getting to work
festival.
right now, bro.
Turn into
You're gonna by the time this
Peach
direct's
and
over, there's
save
gonna
it
be a
from
fan art
sugar crash.
on Twitter already.
The Sour Bunch got their hands on this martial arts school. Become
Kung Fu Peach?
and take
Oh,
it back from these foul fiends.
Let's get it, son. Oh man, how did I know her name before we even
Many other
started?
transformations are just behind the curtain. The stage is set. Our leading lady is ready for the spotlight.
Bro, it's over, bro. It's over.
Princess Peach, Showtime.
Y'all have fan
Makes
art
its
for
debut on
years.
Nintendo Switch,
Y'all got fan
March
arts for the
22nd.
next 2 decades, bro.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
March 2024. I honestly think that this will be a launch title for their Switch 2. Actually, no, that's probably too
That was a
soon.
new look at
We wouldn't have
Princess
Switch
Peach
2 until
Showtime.
next year, so scrap that
In
idea.
Peach's latest adventure, the gameplay changes depending on her transformation.
I think you would want to release
It looks like there are more
a new console like in the
beyond one
holiday.
we showed
So I would
today.
say next
So please
holiday
stay
we'd get the
tuned.
Switch 2.
Let's continue with some more headlines.
Peach DLC for
A
Mortal
new
Kombat, let's
saga
do it.
begins.
Where my RPG fans
A
at?
multi-layered RPG full of rich stories awaits in Saga Emerald Beyond.
Saga Emerald Beyond.
There are 6 heroes to choose from. A young man who fights with sentient puppets.
Were people loving the new Saga games? I feel like people are just buying the
schoolgirl to mask her identity.
The ports of the originals rather than these.
A crime-fighting duo chasing down a mysterious organization.
I do like the art style. Well, the art style, but the models look a little strange to me.
And a king of darkness who was recently reawakened.
Swigginess.
Select a hero,
Swagness.
then follow their journey through 17 interconnected worlds as they strive to achieve their goals.
Oh man, this looks
How the
budget, bro.
story unfolds is in your hands. The choices you make can
This looks like a
unlock
mobile
different
game.
paths, more than ever before seen in the Saga franchise.
If I was a Saga fan, I'd be offended right now.
Fight in timeline battles, turn-based combat in which turn order is crucial to
I
victory.
mean, hey, maybe this is actually
Use
decent.
special techniques to control the order of actions, or activate team combos to swing the tide of battle in your favor. Saga Emerald
I gotta choose
Beyond
my RPGs
launches on
carefully
Nintendo Switch
these days
next
because I
year.
just don't have time. I just don't have the
The
time.
legendary Raider returns.
Tomb Raider ports.
The first 3 Tomb Raider games, all with upgraded visuals,
what?
are venturing onto Nintendo Switch.
Have we ever
in
gotten
one
these remastered
daring
before?
collection. As
This
the
is actually
fearless
big.
Archaeologist Lara Croft, you'll travel the world.
Her
and
breasts
face
aren't
off
triangle
against
anymore.
Deadly foes and even deadlier legends. Climb, backflip, and swan dive through perilous quests.
I might
spanning
have to-
different countries
I might have to cop
and
this.
mythologies. Along the way, you'll solve puzzles to
For the people who grew up on PlayStation, like the original one, this is big.
Mysteries lost.
This changed a lot of things for a lot of people
This
in more ways than
faithfully
one.
remastered trilogy comes with all of the expansions.
I just
and
cleaned her house
secret
in
levels
obstacle
for each game.
course.
You can
Oh,
also
the,
toggle between the original polygon look and the
Powerwall
upgraded
Simulator
visuals
has her
at
house.
any
You can
time.
clean her mansion.
Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered, starring Lara Croft, launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 14th.
That is good. That's
Pre-orders
actually a
begin
very welcome
today on
remaster, in my
Nintendo
opinion.
eShop.
I wonder if it's more of a
This
remake.
detective's got a second bolt of brilliance.
Every great detective starts their day early.
Detective Pikachu.
This is Rhyme City, a place
I might
where
actually play
humans
this
and
one. I didn't play the
Pokemon
original.
coexist. The detective duo of Pikachu and his partner Tim investigate various cases while searching for Harry.
Three
Tim's
Kingdoms game on the
missing father.
Japan side. What, Dynasty Warriors or like a Three
Tim
Kingdoms separate game?
interviews people. Pikachu interviews Pokemon, and they find the truth together. They'll also rely on other Pokemon to broaden the scope of
Yeah,
their
they didn't get my guy Ryan to do it this time.
Follow Sense with Growlithe. Smash Rocks with Darmanitan. And Peer Through
Luxray.
Walls with Luxray.
That's one of my favorite Pokemons.
Can Tim and
Pokemans.
Pikachu solve all the mysteries and find Harry?
I think it's very well designed.
Find out
Or
when
Chris Pratt.
Detective
No, we need
Pikachu
Chris Pratt for the
returns.
new Mario
Launches
games.
on Nintendo Switch October 6th.
Oh, that's
Pre-orders are available now.
That's
on
in 3
Nintendo
weeks.
eShop.
I'd say, hey guys, support this game. We want good Pokemon games, so like,
This
let's
game's a
reward them.
real toot.
If you're on the fence about Detective Pikachu, just grab it. What the
Raise your brass for the quirky rhythm game, Trombone Champ. Play the notes in time with the music as best you can.
I
But
never
how
thought
you
this
play
game would
that
be
horn is
featured in a
up to you.
Nintendo Direct.
You can use gyro controls to adjust the pitch up and down. Or the IR motion camera on the right Joy-Con controller.
So this looks like a
The
gag game, but this is
controls are
actually...
pretty unique. And
What?
mastering every control scheme won't be a walk in the park.
That's the first game I've
Honk
ever
your way
seen do
through
that.
Nearly 50 songs spanning various genres, from classical to electronica and everything in between. Plus,
This
up to
may look
4
funny, but these
musicians
devs, they're
can
not
band
lazy. I
together
can
in
tell.
local
They're actually putting in
multiplayer.
work with this game.
Trombone Champ slides.
I can
onto
get this
Nintendo
today?
Switch later today.
This is what I've been begging for. Thank you, Nintendo. Oh my gosh.
Battle your way to victory in these Nintendo Switch games. 10 teams of 3 will duke it out for survival.
All right, so
in
these
this
are all the
online
free-to-play
battle
indie
royale
games
brawler.
popping up now.
Knock
Battle
your opponent's
Crush.
health down to 0 and deliver a finishing blow, or shove them off the collapsing terrain to win. Choose from 15 heroes, each inspired by a different mythology.
Oh, that's
Work
been
with
done
your
before though.
allies
That's like
to be the
Smite.
last team standing. Battle Crush is free to play and launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch
Man,
next spring.
I just think like so much.
Will be available this October.
I think now that I'm older, I just have no
Lead
interest
your
in these types of
mercenaries
games
to
anymore,
fame
like the
and
free to
fortune in
play
this open world tactical RPG.
colorful ones.
Take up various contracts, from protecting townsfolk from thieves to vanquishing the land's most notorious figures. Before battle,
We have
equip
Baldur's
your
Gate at
mercenaries
home,
with
bruv.
the best gear and skills to
This is
claim
Diablo
victory
3? No, this is
and
Devil.
live to see another day.
Diablo 4? No, Devil
Up to
4.
4
This is
players
Devil 4.
online can jointly command a troop and journey together across this vast world.
Oregon Trail?
War Tales launches as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
That is a very interesting art direction.
Run and gun in this reimagining of the beloved
Contra!
NES classic Contra.
Where my Contra fans at?
Blast through explosive stages with a devastating arsenal of weapons to crush the Red Falcon forces.
So I'm gonna say this actually. I think like a lot of these games, these 2D side scrolling shooters, beat 'em ups, everything of that nature, from like the Super Nintendo and NES era, you're doing a disservice when you have like shitty 3D models like this, in my opinion. I don't know, like that just might be me, but seeing everyone go like with these like 3D models and they're not done right, and they don't have like the essence and that original pixel art, it just like it does a disservice to the original titles, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Reclaim your destiny.
I love Contra regardless though. I'm down for it.
'Tis a grievous tale which speaks of Fevrith, one of stolen destiny, stolen minds, and stolen nations.
What is this?
Yet as the world stands consumed by immense evil,
Is this a Vanillaware
fallen
game?
prince shall rise again, ring of legend lighting his path.
That is the Ring of the Unicorn.
It's not.
Ancestral treasure of Cornia's royal lineage.
What is this?
Legend
Generation of
speaks their
Chaos?
ancestors wielding it to purify evil. Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it.
This is a Vanillaware game, yes.
Walk it I will, Mother.
Freely traverse an expansive world.
If it's not, I'd be surprised, but that art
Gather
style,
new
I pick it out
allies,
anywhere.
forge your bonds,
They've made some of my favorite games of all time. It's just
glorious
a little
victory.
weird that
Cultivate
they went with a
grand
tactics
army
game?
with over 60 unique characters,
Ah.
from humans and elves to massive beasts and heavenly angels.
Today marks our first foray.
I
into the
highly,
mists
highly,
of
highly
despair
recommend
which
13
hang heavy
Sentinels,
over
by the
our
way.
home.
Aegis Rim.
It may
Is that the
take
name of it?
days, months,
13 Sentinels.
or
Just look that
years.
up and you'll find it.
But I shall see the duties of
And
my
that should be
bloodline
on Switch by
fulfilled.
now too.
Atlas and Vanillaware.
It is Vanillaware.
Present the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPG.
Oh, that's a heavy claim, bro.
Unicorn Overlord.
Unicorn
Available March
Overload.
8th, 2024.
Overlord. I gotta support that, man. Fuck. Luigi! This is the Dark Moon remake, right?
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
I might get this again because I didn't finish the original.
Welcome to Evershade Valley, a place that's screaming and teeming with the supernatural. Luigi,
It's the only
our
Luigi's Mansion I
favorite
haven't
hero,
beaten.
was sent here to check it out.
There's only 3 of them, but you know,
Time
you get my
for some
point.
mansion mayhem.
Did you add any changes?
No spooky adventure is complete without this vacuum-like device.
It looks great,
the
though.
Poltergust. Use it to light up dark areas, vacuum up objects, and interact with the environment.
So Luigi's
It's a
Mansion
handy
is like
tool for
has
your
always been the
paranormal
place where
escapades.
Nintendo has flex their lighting for the
Plus, when you
consoles.
spot a ghost, pop! You can stun them with the strobe bulb.
It's amazing what how much lighting does for your game.
You can even
I think
grab
that's why
multiple
Luigi's
ghosts at
Mansion
once.
3 is still like the best looking game for the Switch. One of the best looking games for the
this
Switch.
game,
I'll
you'll
put it
find
in top
ghosts
3.
Haunting, a former plant research lab, a broken down clock factory that's full of sand, a mine covered in ice and snow, and even more places.
We've already done this. We've already gone through this.
These troublemakers will use every trick in the book to block your path. Can Luigi summon his courage?
Music live. What is going on? Welcome to the stream.
Hunters? Up to 4 players online.
I love how you're like
some
undercover on YouTube, you know?
Across different multiplayer modes. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD creeps onto Nintendo Switch next summer.
How was that? Next, we have 2 announcements to
Okay,
share.
give me something good. 2. Give me something good.
Please take a look at this video.
I appreciate you stopping it. Like, I gotta run back to like my other job when I'm done with this. So I managed to make just the amount of time. This is basically my lunch break. So Mario Maker 3? Come on, Mario Maker 3!
It's a large question block. Actually, this question block currently appears on the roof of the previously announced Nintendo Gallery that's under construction in Uji City, Kyoto Prefecture.
Ah, come
official
on.
name of this gallery will be the Nintendo Museum.
Can I go? I'm going to Japan in December. Please open it before
At
then.
the Nintendo Museum, a wide variety of Nintendo products from the company's history will be displayed.
They're gonna open it in January. Watch.
Construction is going well, and we plan to finish up by March 2024.
Shit. Damn
We'll
it.
share more information, such as the opening date, at another time.
What am I going back to Japan after this? Come on, man.
Next,
You're making this
we'd like
hard
to
for me,
share some
Nintendo.
updates on upcoming Amiibo figures. The Zelda and Ganondorf Amiibo figures are releasing on November 3rd.
They talked about this before.
And Amiibo figures of Noah and Mio from the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game will be released.
I like
as a
these.
set
And I like the Zelda
January
one too, but these two look
19th,
nice.
2024. And finally,
Think
we have
Mario
a new
Maker 2
Amiibo figure
flopped?
to announce.
It's because it didn't have the same heart.
The DLC fighter from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sora from Kingdom Hearts,
A Sora
is on the
amiibo.
way. With the release of Sora, everyone is here from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in amiibo form.
That is cool.
Please look forward to its
And
release
finally
next
we're
year.
done with all of these amiibos. That's crazy. Holy shit.
That's all for today's amiibo announcements. Next, please take a look at this.
Please take a look at this. Mario Maker 2 flopped because it didn't have the same... There's your F-Zero remake. See, I gave you guys a crash course.
The first F-Zero game returns as a 99-player battle royale.
Oh, it's just an F-Zero 99?
F-Zero 99.
They're testing the waters, bruv.
Race on classic F-Zero courses with machines from the original
Saga
Super
Fuliza.
NES game.
All right, well...
Tear through courses in high-speed races, but be careful. Your power meter will decrease. If
They're
you
trying
crash
to
into
gauge.
pilots
They're
or
trying to test the
guardrails.
waters.
If it hits 0, you're out.
Now, hopefully this doesn't last 6 months like the Mario 99 thing that they did. Super Mario Brothers 30th anniversary or whatever. 35th
Feeling
anniversary.
risky? Spend some of your power meter for a temporary speed boost. You can also collect Super Sparks, which appear when machines collide, to boost up to a special
Yeah,
path
basically.
called the
F-Zero
Skyway.
Fortnite.
It's your best chance at bypassing your rivals and jumping into a higher
I'm not knocking
position.
the idea. I like the idea. I just expected like an actual game.
Complete goals while you're racing to
But this is
unlock
like, this is good.
cosmetic options for
I
your
mean,
machine.
it honestly, this does take work. But yeah, I love these competitions because you can just jump in and out. But to have 99 shit on one track, this is gonna be wild. Oh my
99
god.
players, one winner. It's time to race your way to first place.
They're
Because
testing the waters,
F-Zero
though.
99 will be available exclusively for active Nintendo Switch Online members later today.
It's free and it's today. Oh, people are gonna be upset though.
More than 30 years after its
I don't think you need the
original
expansion
release,
pass for that, so-
F-Zero is back as a battle royale.
I think they're
game.
gonna test the waters on this
This
and see if
title also
it's worth.
supports the Super NES controller available exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members.
That's cool.
We hope you will give it a try and aim for first place. Okay, let's continue with
I
some
might play a
more
little bit of that later.
One little hero, one humongous problem.
Furry game?
Welcome to Vandal City, a whimsical land inhabited by small fuzzy beings called Yordles.
WarioWare, shove it up your own ass game. That's what they're showing in the Japan side.
Collapse and throw everything into chaos. It's up to you and your knitting magic to stitch Vandal City back together. Journey across the land to gather materials and craft items and meals for the locals. As you continue gathering,
yeah, I want to grab the new WarioWare. I don't know if it's gonna have a presence in this particular direct for us, but we'll see.
Your experience even further by
I like Pac-Man 99 a lot, actually.
Hosting festivals for the community.
Tetris was fun, but I preferred Pac-Man. I prefer Pac-Man as a game rather than Tetris, though. But that's just me.
Vandal Tale, a League of Legends story, launches on Nintendo Switch next year. Wait, did you hear that? Join best friends Nunu and Willem on a journey across the frozen wilds of the Freljord. Jump, climb.
Oh man, we got 10 minutes left.
Way through a beautiful yet treacherous land, where every step taken. And
I'm expecting one big announcement. I hope they don't waste our time with Super Mario Brothers Wonder, though.
And their past.
We already had a whole direct for it.
Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story, launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 1st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. Let's move into
Oh, there you go, WarioWare. I didn't like the last one so much. Like, I thought it was fun, but they changed the concept a little too much for me. So hopefully this kind of returns to form.
This tropical resort contains tons of micro games that'll get your body moving. In each micro game, you'll get into a specific pose called
Hey, yo, look at this pose over here. What is...
Copy the form shown, then perform the correct action as quick as you can.
Hand model.
Do we still like moving around in 2023 or no?
The micro games will come one after another, so look alive.
It's strange to me that it took so long for them to put out a game like this, aside from 1-2 Switch.
4 players can battle it out in party mode.
That are utilizing the controllers, like, because the controllers can do some crazy shit.
Or settle the score in an arena to be the last one posing. With over 200 lightning-fast micro games and multiplayer modes aplenty, everyone's in for a wacky time.
Hey, yo, like what?
WarioWare
That thing was twerking over there.
Launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 3rd.
November 3rd.
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
That'd make for a fun stream.
A heroic tale will soon unfold.
Suikoden.
Lead an army of over 100 heroes into battle and put an end to an empire's invasion.
Sorry, not Suikoden. The remake. Not the remake. The
Sane, an officer
what's the word?
From the Empire.
Spiritual
Marissa,
successor. There you go.
Guardian. These three band together to fight for a common goal.
I'm a huge fan of this the series, like Suikoden, that inspired this. I definitely want to support this. They kickstarted this game,
known as the headquarters.
So I'm glad that they're finally coming out with it.
Additional facilities will become available. You'll be able to tend crops, open shops, and more.
No, it's not a spin-off because Konami jumped out of the games market for some reason, and that series went along with it.
First, but these conflicts may strengthen the bonds between your heroes.
So this is technically an indie game.
Trust, betrayal,
Chappelle,
justice, and truth.
Maybe Chappelle gonna be out there.
A heroic tale will begin when Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes launches on Nintendo Switch, April 23rd.
April. That's a long wait, but I'm there for it.
Participate in some pixel-perfect play.
Metal Slug.
Next stop, Octopia. Travel to a charming parallel world in this paid DLC for Eastward. Help Sam and John turn the pages of a new chapter as they adjust to country life in a mountainside village.
So I heard about Eastward,
to livestock,
and I really like the art style.
Delights for your neighbors. And
never really got to fully play this though.
And if you're new to Eastward,
anyone recommend this?
You can access the DLC even if you haven't played the main story. Eastward, Octopia ventures onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
All right, good stuff.
Get back into the groove. In this sequel
War
to War
Groove
Groove,
2.
charge across 3 tactical campaigns with valiant factions.
This is like a
including
nice
new
in-between
mouthful
for
faction,
Fire Emblem and Advanced War
Bari.
fans. It's kind of like a combination of both.
Plus, you can now supercharge your commander's groove to
It's
unleash
more like Advanced Wars,
devastating
though.
attacks. Lead a roguelike offensive in conquest mode. Battle friends locally or online.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna battle all my friends in this game.
Or create and share your own cutscenes and campaigns. War Groove 2 marches onto Nintendo Switch as a console exclusive October 5th. Get out of my way! Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo
I'm saying you
eShop.
just had to have somebody scream. That voice sounds very familiar too. Ah, Dave the Diver.
Dive and catch fish by day.
So
Then
I
serve
highly
them as
recommend this
sushi by
game
night.
to
And the
anyone.
aquatic adventure, Dave the Diver.
This is a very, very easy game to just hop in and hop out, and it's
Use the fish you've caught to concoct recipes.
It feels
and create
very
the day's
rewarding.
menu. Then tend to the clamoring customers at your sushi restaurant. Explore an ever-changing underwater world to find the best ingredients and strive to exceed culinary expectations. Dave the Diver launches first.
yeah.
for
Essentially,
consoles
it's
on the
time
Nintendo Switch
management
system
plus
October
restaurant
26th.
management plus a
Pre-orders and a free
roguelike.
demo
It's
swim onto
super fun.
Nintendo eShop later today.
And it's available today. I highly recommend that one, man. Definitely go play that.
Is racing in. Here's a sneak peek.
Here's
at
the booster
Wave
course
6,
stuff.
The final wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC from the Mario Kart Wii game, Daisy Circuit.
Daisy
More
Circuit.
returning characters are also being added in Wave 6 from the Mario Kart Double Dash game, Diddy Kong.
Oh, yo, y'all got Diddy
From
Kong.
Mario Kart
And
Wii,
Funky.
Funky Kong. And from the Mario Kart Tour game, Pauline.
I thought they already announced Pauline.
And also, Peachette.
Peachette. What's the difference? It's Toadette with the peach. Ooh, that was like literally them announcing
Wave
Bowsette
6
without
of the
announcing
Mario Kart 8
Bowsette.
Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Hilarious.
game drives onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Oh, y'all don't have a
Active
date.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own. Something new is among us.
Among Us. Among Us Beach Edition? Are they going on vacation? I haven't played this game in a while, man. Some good times with this game, though. Yeah, finally we're getting off of space. Well, technically, like, you were inhabiting other planets and stuff before, but still. Most of it is on a ship. And I think there's one that's off planet. That's on planet, sorry. We're going to the beach? Show the map. New mini games. Is this a Switch exclusive though? The fungal. I mean, I don't think it would be, but
for Among Us is free and launches this October.
ah, okay. So it's probably gonna be on the
What did you
PC app
think?
as well, or all apps.
Thanks for sticking with us this far.
We have one more announcement.
Next up, we'd like to recap some of the previously announced Nintendo titles you can look forward to playing from September onwards. Let's take a look.
All right, so yeah, Pokemon DLC is out. Pikmin 1 and 2. Wonder. WarioWare, shove it up in your own ass game. Super Mario RPG. Wave 6. This is actually a good, like, for the next 4 months, I'd be cool with all of this stuff. Princess Peach Showtime. Princess Peach Showtime is like the highlight, bruv. I'm surprised
you're looking forward to
Luigi's
these
Mansion is gonna
upcoming
take so long though.
This next video will be our last announcement.
All right,
Please
let's
take a
see
look.
what it is. Mario Party? No, I'm just kidding. Paper Mario, we're back, baby. Oh, man. Is this a remake of the first game or what? Oh, Thousand Year Door. They're remaking Thousand Year Door? Yeah, they said, fuck all of you guys complaining. We'll just remake the freaking game that you guys idolize so much. Enjoy that, man. I've been meaning to replay this, so this actually works out. It just depends when they plan on releasing this. It looks done. I would have preferred a new game, but you know, we get what do we get? People love this game, so take your... Wait, is this a remake of 1 and 2? Am I going crazy? No, it's just Thousand Year Door. Okay. I feel like I'm mixing up my characters, that's why. I found you, my princess. That's my best Bowser imitation right there. Yeah, if you haven't played this game, it's definitely a good time to jump in. Fox Hawks. There you go. You guys got what you wanted, man. I'm not talking to you in particular, but Paper Mario fans are like very, very loud about Paper Mario titles not being the same as this game, so I think they just remade this just to shut them up. There's a lot of Mario stuff coming out though. Like, this is crazy. 2024. They're probably gonna push that this summer, but the game looks done.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, originally released on Nintendo GameCube, will return with enhanced graphics. Whether you played the original or have yet to play it, we hope you'll look forward to experiencing this adventure in a paper world starring Mario and friends. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Have a good one. I guess that's it. I mean, honestly, I believe the last Direct was better. Just like a few more announcements. These were like kind of rehashing the things that we already knew, plus expanding on games that we heard about, like Princess Peach, which is now called Princess Peach Showtime, Splatoon 3 DLC, things of that nature. There's a lot of quality stuff in my opinion. I have no issues with what we just saw. Just not a lot of surprises. And I think like all the hype from this leak for the Donkey Kong and Mario and F-Zero, I think people didn't tailor their expectations because they were kind of like hyping that up quite a bit. So I don't know. I like it. I actually excited for what's in store for us for the next few months. Hopefully, I think there's going to be a little bit of a dry spell between November and March, which of course I think that's like pretty much how it is for all games. I think January, February is mostly like a dry spell, though there's always like one big title. I think Nintendo's going to be ramping up from that point on for the spring and then the following summer. So take what you can get here. There's a lot of good stuff. Super Mario RPG is around the corner. Detective Pikachu. They also talked about Super Mario Brothers Wonder for a little bit. And yeah, no major surprises, but you know, hey, a lot to chew on for the next few months. All right, so no Metroid again. Yeah, no Metroid again. I honestly think that's just going to be a launch title for their next console at this rate. So they're just going to keep this up. I honestly think that we'll hear about their new console sometime in the spring to prepare for prepare for next fall or next holiday. And then we'll hear more about Metroid Prime 4 at that point. That's my educated guess, because I don't think anyone would really release a console in the summer or the spring. I don't think we've ever seen that before. Maybe it has happened, but like I think it's most likely going to be something toward the end of the year. Yes, switcheroo. Yo, they need to name it that, switcheroo. Oh, come on, man. They need to call it that. Professor Coolio, thanks for the subscription. Hopefully you're still watching or you're around somewhere. Anyway, so I gotta get going. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as a whole. Sorry that I'm a little sluggish today. I've had like a long trip. I had to go fly from New York and can fly back within 2 days time, and been up in the morning, crack of dawn every day. So, you know, an early stream was not what I was expecting from Nintendo, but I will see you next time. I think our next stream, I'm gonna try and schedule more streams in the future, by the way, because I'm a little ahead on my content now. So I'll be doing a lot of editing and stuff, but we'll see if I get like time to wake up and actually like start streaming and getting prepared for that. So you'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Thoughts on the 1,000 Year Door remake? I think it was needed. I think we needed something like that. There was a lot of complaints that Paper Mario hasn't been on par with 1,000 Year Door. So just give them 1,000 Year Door again and call it a day. I think this is a great time for people to jump in. And I think depending on the response and like how many people buy this remake, you might see Paper Mario stick to its form for this. So I think it's a good move. Same with F-Zero 99. If you guys support that game today, if you have a Switch Online subscription, go check out that game today. Support that with numbers. I think they're gauging interest on F-Zero as a whole. So you gotta go check it out. All right. Can't wait for the next Zelda video. You will see it on Saturday. Alrighty, and it's not what you are expecting, but definitely one of my favorite videos that I've personally edited. Go ahead and check it out. Alrighty. Mr. Tango strikes again. Yeah, this Nintendo Direct is pretty disappointing. I'm interested in F-Zero 99 though. Definitely go support it if you want more F-Zero games. I have no idea what they're gonna try and pull from these numbers, but it doesn't hurt to support the franchises you love. And I think that's it. Big thank you to Zay. Thanks for coming through. Mr. Spoodersaurus, Gonzalo, Floppy, Enoch for giving me the 4-1 on the Japanese Direct. Darth Brando, thank you guys. Young NK, Chaos Inferno, Turret Bot, all of you, thank you so much. And thank you for helping these streams grow. It's been a great one, and I'll see you next time. The Prophet has spoken. Peace out. Later. Everyone have a wonderful day.